So mysterious and scary, dangerous. Cold-blooded killer, expert in the field of hunting. Possessing deadly poison, present everywhere on Earth, swallowing prey instead of chewing. Have you guessed which predator yet? Anacondas are large snakes found in tropical rainforests, some of them growing up to 30 feet long. Anacondas can eat any animal, but their preferred diet includes animals such as capybaras, fish, turtles, deer, birds, rodents, reptiles, mammals, and reptiles. Capybaras gather on the shore of the lake, unaware of the lurking presence of the world's largest predator. Among the world's largest snakes, Anaconda is famous for its swimming ability, lying waiting for an opportunity to come to the riverbed. A capybara was so busy looking for food that it didn't notice the death hunter's shadow in the water. Suddenly, the snake rushed forward and squeezed the capybara, causing the capybara to suffocate. Anaconda also delivered a fatal bite to the capybara to kill the tightly coiled capybara. After killing the capybara, Anaconda swallowed the capybara completely. The python kill the deer by constriction, coiling their bodies around the animal until it suffocates. These huge snakes also possess stretchy ligaments in their jaws that allow them to swallow their food whole. The python just eating a dead deer in one big gulp within seconds. But pythons are not just big snakes, growing to more than 18 feet and 200 pounds, but big eaters, taking on prey as large as a deer. A python's heart and liver grow by 40% to dissolve the deer in a week. A herd of antelope drinking water from a pond. When suddenly, a python appears from the muddy swamp and at lightning speed and grabs one of the antelopes and pulls it away in the water. When pythons kill the antelope, they use a kind of ambush technique by jumping and striking the antelope, grabbing it with their teeth in around 50 milliseconds only. Humans take to 100 milliseconds to blink an eye. A rare war between two top predators broke out. The leopard seemed about to lose. The rock python begins to wrap around the opponent to suffocate the leopard. However, with a quick reaction, the leopard escaped in time and jumped far out of the python's reach. It rushed forward to bite and scratched the rock python all over its body. With quick reflexes, the leopard not only escaped the rock python's grip, but also gave the enemy a fatal bite to the skull. In the end, the rock python was defeated with countless wounds on its body, especially in the head area. Snakes are skilled hunters, known for their precision in tracking and capturing prey. When hunting mice, snakes use their keen sense of smell and heat-sensing abilities to detect their target. They silently approach and strike suddenly, biting and coiling around the mouse. If venomous, the snake injects venom to paralyze the mouse. Once the mouse is subdued, the snake begins to swallow it whole, starting from the head. Thanks to their unique ability to unhinge their jaws, snakes can consume prey much larger than their heads, making them highly effective predators in the wild. When the python began to chow down on the croc, almost all of us would have guessed it had bitten off way more than it could chew. However, the python doesn't chew at all and is not venomous. Rather, it kills by wrapping itself around its prey and squeezing the life out of it. The giant python then necks its prey and lets its digestive system do the rest. Although not venomous, the python is known to coil around its prey, kill them, and then feast upon the entire body. Pythons swallow their meals whole without biting or chewing. The python often hang out in trees for days on end, anticipating the perfect opportunity to move in on animals. And this time its target is a baby monkey. Once the baby monkey is in its mouth, it flexes and contracts its muscles, which moves the prey down the snake's throat into its stomach. It's common for snakes to eat pretty much anything if they can fit it in their mouth. It was too easy for the python to swallow a monkey whole, while the rest of the monkeys in the group could only stand and watch helplessly.
An untied... Order.
Pythons eat many types of animals, and because it is a diverse predator, this pig certainly cannot escape the python's jaws, which can open its mouth 180 degrees and sometimes even more fully. When it discovered the python in the bushes, the Komodo dragon rushed forward and quickly slammed its sharp teeth into the python's body. In a life-or-death battle, the python's body was held until the python stopped struggling. In particular, their saliva contains 50 different strains of toxic bacteria that cause sepsis and death for pythons. At first, the honey badger lay motionless, seemingly dying in the giant python's embrace and unable to escape. However, two curious black-backed jackals suddenly appeared and approached the place where the noise was coming from to explore. Temporarily distracted by the jackal's bite, the python loosened its grip enough for the badger to escape. A massive python gorging on a dead duiker, a small species of antelope native to sub-Saharan Africa. The huge snake coiled tightly around the duiker, preparing to ingest the prey, a meal more than double its body size. But when python tried to swallow the prey, when the horns of the duiker stabbed and pierced through the python's head. After discovering the rabbit, the snake immediately rushed to attack. Unfortunately, the poor rabbit fell into the cycle of life and death. Even though the snake continuously delivered dangerous bites, the rabbit still jumped in circles and dodged. But the snake bit the rabbit's ear, and by persistently biting the rabbit with venom for 10 minutes, the rabbit was finally defeated by the snake. Quick as lightning, The 1.5-meter-long cobra attacked, hugged it tightly, injected a dose of neurotoxin into it, and was now about to swallow it whole. It swallowed the extremely poisonous snake in just a few minutes. After the fatal bite, the poor prey immediately becomes a delicious meal for the snake. It slowly swallows its prey and will find a quiet place to digest all this food. It's true that nature is so harsh.